So in this video, I want to talk about how to balance trading while working a job. So as traders, the goal for most of us to go full-time within trading, but most of us are working jobs until we actually get to that point. So in this video, I want to talk about how I balance trading while working a job and share some value on how this potentially can actually help you out within your trading journey. So starting off, what you want to do is you want to adapt your system to your current working situation. So if you find out within your job, you can't really check charts as much, you don't really have a lot of free time to really check charts like that, just transition over to higher time frame trading, like enter on higher time frames rather than lower time frames. And one thing I've learned is that most systems are universal. So if it works on low time frames, in 9 times out of 10 works on higher time frames. So just adapt your system so it works on higher time frames. Also, if you find that you can't trade London, for example, just adapt your system so that it works in New York and vice versa. For me personally, I can't trade that London kill zone because I work night shifts. I work from 9:30 in the evening till 6 a.m. So I can't really trade that London kill zone, but I can trade that New York kill zone, you know what I mean? I can start trading from like 1, half 1 up until like 3:30, 4 o'clock, you know what I mean? That's more ideal for me. And one thing I find is that more opportunities present anyway during New York than London for me. So it's just more ideal for me personally, you know what I mean? Yeah, night shifts are tough because if I want my full 8 hours of sleep, I'd have to wake up at like 2:30, 3 o'clock. But if I actually want to succeed in trading and I'm willing to do whatever it takes, like I don't mind sacrificing an hour or 2 of sleep just to actually want to achieve my trading goals, you know what I mean? So just adapt your trading system to your current working situation. So if you're in your early days of trading, you're still learning technicals, still learning about your system, just still learning in general, and you work a job, one thing I'll say to do is create a daily routine. Start using Google Calendar, and I'll put mine up on screen here so you can get some inspo. But start using Google Calendar. If you finish work at 5, for example, you go gym after work, block out a time slot from 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. and where you're just doing deep focus work on trading. No distractions, no nothing. But understand that it's consistency over intensity. So if you're putting 3 hours of work into trading every day over a 7-day span, that's 21 hours a week. But if you're showing up here and there, like one day you're putting in 4 hours, then 5, then half an hour, you can understand you don't get as much work done. And that you know deep down that when you're working within the 5 or 4 hour periods, you're not getting as much work done because you're getting distracted, checking your phone. But if you're working for less time over a longer span, you're going to get distracted less and you're going to get more work done. So it's consistency over intensity, especially in that learning phase. You also want to understand that you want to be patient on a macro level, but aggressive on a micro level. And what I mean by that is that every day you want to be attacking them needle ticking goals aggressively every single day without failure. Like you want to be super aggressive on attacking them daily goals, but on a macro level you want to be patient. You're patient with the outcomes. You're not focused on the outcomes. You focus on the processes, you know what I mean? So on a day-by-day basis, aggressive with your goals. But on a macro basis, you're super patient with the outcomes, you know what I mean? Focus on the process, not the outcomes. And when you actually think like this and behave like this, you realize that you actually develop into a successful trader and a better trader way quicker than being aggressive on a macro level and patient on a micro level. Another thing I'll say to do is change perspective on your job. So I know that a lot of traders probably have a negative perspective on their job, and I did too. I was thinking, oh, this job's taking away my free time, this job's crap. But in reality, the job's actually a positive because think about it, you're getting income from your job to actually fund your trading dreams of becoming this full-time trader. So change perspective on the job, look at the positives. Because when you think about it as well, there's people out there in the world who want a job, who've been looking for months but can't get one, but you've actually got one. And you're actually using that to actually build your dreams up to become this full-time trader. So cherish your job and embrace it. And more time, you'll actually enjoy it more, you know what I mean? Like, I actually enjoy my job more because I actually cherish it and embrace it. And actually look at the positives rather than the negatives of the job. So change your perspective on your job. Also, another thing is submit to time. Like, when you're working each job, just submit to time. Like, one thing I was doing wrong, this is one of my biggest mistakes, was putting a time frame and a time limit. And when I'm going to become this full-time trader, like, when I was putting a time limit and when I'm going to become full-time trader, what do you think was happening? I was doing dumb stuff, I was rushing, making stupid mistakes because I just wanted to achieve this goal within this time frame. And in reality, if I just would have submit to time, I could have been a full-time trader by now, you know what I mean? So just submit to time. Don't put a time frame on these like goals you have. Just submit to time, and when it happens, it's gonna happen, you know what I mean? Like, you can't rush greatness because when you think about it as well, when you put these time limits and time frames on these goals and you don't achieve it, what do you think happens? You get demoralized, you start feeling demotivated, you start feeling crap about yourself. So don't even set a time limit. Like, yeah, it's okay to have like a time in mind when you want to achieve a goal, but don't actually set a time limit and stuff because you're gonna end up rushing. And in reality, like, you might not achieve it this year, but you might achieve it next year, the year after. So just submit to time and it will come sooner than you think, you know what I mean? So at the end of the day, balancing trading while working a job isn't easy, but it's possible. Just build your system around your life, stay consistent and trust the process. So if you found this video helpful and it's giving you a better insight on how to balance trading while working a job, make sure you like the video so it reaches out to more traders just like us. And if you're serious about leveling up within your trading journey, make sure you hit that subscribe button. So thanks for watching and I'll catch you in the next one.